welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing the stay-at-home book tag. Jackie at Weeby Bookin tagged me, and I wasn't planning on making this video, but I mean, why not? She tagged me. It's a fun tag. I believe Maddison over at Paperback Dreams started this tag, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, without babbling too much of this intro, I'm gonna get straight into it. The first prompt is laying in bed. So read a book that have read or want to read that you know you'll finish in a day. And for this, I picked a book that I have read, which is Fly With Me by Chanel Cleaton. I started this probably like 10 a.m. on a Sunday and finished it by like 4 p.m. It was such a good book, one of my all-time favorites. So yeah. The second prompt is snacking, which is a guilty pleasure book. And I swear I say this in every TBR video, but my ultimate guilty pleasure book is the series, which is Dark Fever by Karen Marie Moning. I'm up to book 4, I believe now. And honestly, like, it's whenever I'm in a slump or feeling like not picking up anything, I will grab one of these books because I love them so much. They're so fun. And so I definitely see this as a guilty pleasure series. So the next prompt is called Netflix, and this is a series that you want to start. And this one I'm about to start, I think, in June, and it's a buddy read with Rain at Bruise and Bind. And this is Red Rising by Pierce Brown. And this is also one of my books that I'm reading in June because of Mind of Molly's readathon. And I picked it because it had a map in the cover. So yeah, so that's a series I want to start. So the next prompt is Deep Clean, which is a book that's been on your TBR for ages. And it's a book I'm currently reading because I've been trying to read all my backlist TBR books. And that is The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. And I'm currently on page 149. And I'm so glad I picked it up. It is so good so far. And I can't put it down. So I'm definitely like loving this, like cleaning my TBR up of all the backlist books. So I'm definitely glad that I picked this one up, and I'm definitely going to use this one as the prompt because I'm loving it. The next prompt is Animal Crossing, which is a book that you picked up recently because of hype. And I've actually been trying not to pick up books because of hype. I have not liked any of them that I've picked up, so I'm trying like not to buy into the hype. So I'm just going to pick like the most recent book that I've purchased that's turned up in the mail, and that was Prince of Dreams by Lisa Kleypas. And I blame Lacey from Lacey Book Lovers and Jess from Peace Love Books because I've been watching all their historical romance and eBay buys, and I jumped on the bandwagon because I was like I didn't even think of buying books off eBay. And so now I've got about like 10 orders waiting to come in, but this was the latest one that turned up, and I'm actually really excited to read it. I love the cover of it. I think it's so cool. But yeah, that one I definitely picked up, not because of hype, but because Jess and Lacey did, and it just looked so fun. So that I picked up for that prompt. So the next prompt is Productivity, which is a book that had an impact on you. And I've picked 2 books for this because these both had impacts on me in different ways. So I picked The Nightingale by Christine Hanna and November 9 by Colleen Hoover. This one I read more recently, and I cannot stop thinking about it. I don't know what about it that made such an impact on me, but I can't stop thinking about it. It's like one of my all-time favorite books of all time, yeah? That made no sense. But yeah, so it's definitely one of like my all-time favorite books now ever. And I honestly couldn't tell you why. It's just one of those books that I just love so much. So that's that one. And then this one is a historical fiction, and I just loved it so much. It made me so upset. So I don't know. It's just one of those ones that had a massive impact on me. I not make everyone read it, but I suggest this book to everyone that I come by. My mum's read it, even though she didn't like it that much, which hurt my feelings, but it just had the biggest impact on me. And yeah, it's one of my all-time faves as well. So the next prompt is Facetime, which is a book that you've been gifted. And I actually haven't been gifted any books, but whenever I go down to my mum's, she gives me like her recommendations and tells me to read books. And she actually gave me Nightmares and Dreamscapes by Stephen King, which I think is an anthology of short stories. And is it? Yeah, I think it is. I haven't read it yet, but it's definitely something I would pick up because they're short and she's taught me to read it, so I need to get onto it so I can give it back to her. But yeah, that is a book that Mum has lent to me to read. The next prompt is self-care, which is something that you've done recently to look after yourself. And I already am pretty like organized and clean, bordering OCD, and so everything's always clean, but I always make sure that I don't have anything on my floors or in my bathroom or anything, because I feel the best when my room is clean and tidy and neat and organized. So that's something I definitely have stepped up. I've also like make myself, well, I like it, but I just make sure that I wash my sheets every Sunday afternoon, because I love jumping into the week with fresh sheets. I feel like that just makes my week start off on like a great note, like a great comfy linen smelling week. I think that's just something weird that I do maybe, but I definitely have better Mondays when I wake up in fresh sheets. So that is definitely something that I've done more often than not during isolation. I normally wear like just like a little bit of makeup to work every day, and on weekends I don't wear makeup because I like to like leave my face clean. But I definitely feel more productive if I put on a little bit of makeup, like tinted moisturizer or something like that. Like I've got tinted moisturizer on now, and it just makes me feel a little bit more productive. It makes me more inclined to like leave the house to the grocery store or whatever like that. Not that we can really leave the house, but yeah, that's definitely something that I've tried to upkeep during these times. And yeah, I think that's really it. I don't really do much else. It's basically just like keeping everything neat and tidy and just like making sure I feel like presentable, I guess. I don't know the right word, but yeah. And the bonus prompt is to name a book that's coming out soon. And I'm definitely going to be picking up Midnight Sun by Stephanie Meyer. And I'm very excited for this. I always knew I wanted an Edward perspective, so I can't wait for that to come out. And that's going to be it for this video. So thank you all so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in another video. Bye.